Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Lawler here. As always, day 4 RLCS basically concluded. Just going to tell you guys right now, this is before the 1v1 event has gone on. It's been a long day. I'm tired. Moxie and Nubo are going to take another 2 hours to finish their 1v1. So I don't know the results of that, but what I do know is who is making it into Championship Sunday. Our top 6 locked in, ready to go. And some crazy things announced throughout the day as well. As you guys saw, I released a video about an hour or so ago. Ranked 4v4 confirmed. We do have a bigger map, boost on the sidewalls, maybe a chance for RLCS 4v4. We will wait and see. My recommendation, don't do what Twitter, don't do what Reddit's doing and having a big hissy fit. Play the game mode. See if it's fun. Maybe the concept of the boost pads being further in and like a back wall and a little bit of spacing could be exciting. Who knows? I know I'm going to play it. It should be fun. And the meta change already has me very excited. What's it going to be like to have 4 players on the field? Do you leave one upfield roaming like a Heatseeker demo style? Do you have Gibbs come back to the limelight as the defender? Like, who knows what it's going to... The meta shift and the creativity and the possibilities... I don't know, dude. I think it's very exciting. What is also exciting is what went down in the RLCS today. We're not going to go in order. We're actually going to just go top down just so I can reveal it for you guys and not have any spoilers. But today is uppers and lowers with 2 eliminations. All right. We sent 2 teams home out of our top 8, now into our top 6. The important thing to talk about is in the upper matches, which we're going to start with first because they just display first. Those are for top 4. If you win top 4, if you lose, you drop down to lower top 6. You still have a life on the line. That is the benefit of coming in as a winner. The first upper quarterfinal was Ultimates and Energy. It went to 7. It was an absolute banger back and forth. Between the 2 teams, Energy did dictate a lot of the series, but there was moments from Ultimates, which really encompasses, I think, both of these teams. Energy is clearly the best team in NA. I don't think there's any arguments with that. On the other side with Ultimates, low ceiling or low floor, high ceiling. They have moments, they have capabilities, but they are extremely reliant on both LJ and their other teammate. It depends on which one, whether you want to go FK or if you want to go Chronic. I would probably say LJ and Chronic are the ones that when they step up, it is an entirely different team. They can go and beat everybody. So at moments, you see the play develop. You see Chronic have a great read off the backboard and dunk a player for a goal. You have First Killer who's reading a fake from LJ, putting a shot in. They have moments. They got to bring up that floor. They've got to find a way to bring it up. Otherwise, they are not going to make it through. They've got a really tough quarterfinal. Overall, good series, competitive series, but man, the crowd was not into it. It was crickets, dude. The crowd did not care. It felt pretty lackluster. Gameplay felt a little bit slow compared to previous matches that we saw earlier in the day. It felt uninspired is the word we've been using. That being said, I do think they were able to bring it to a certain level where you go, you know what, they can be competitive. I've seen both these teams play up or play down to competition. But I, just off of eye test, have not seen either of these teams convince me that they can go and beat some of these top and heavy hitter teams. Like, spoiler alert, I think Wildcard looked better than both of these teams. And that feels very weird to say. We'll talk about that later. And by later, I mean now. Falcons Wildcard, 4-1. A lot of people go, wow, good for Wildcard. They took a game off of Falcons. That's really impressive. 2-0, 1-0, 3-2. 2-1 OT. This was the series of the day. It was, without a doubt, an absolute nail-biter. And the crowd, if you have not seen the videos, are all behind Wildcard. Falcons got booed every single time. Wildcard had all people in that arena cheering for them, and it was awesome. Nothing against Falcons. It is the complete antithesis of what we saw at EWC. It was awesome to see the contrast. It was awesome to see people get behind OCE. It was awesome to see, and I'm saying it right now, this looks like a top 4 team. It feels weird saying that, but genuinely, Wildcard looks like a top 4 team. They looked so good. The fact that they're holding Falcons to like 1 or 2 goals, the best offense in the world, is wild. Go and rewatch this series. It was solid. It was a very solid series. Easily the best series of the day. I don't know what they ate. I don't know what they woke up. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Looking forward to their lower match. Probably going to be my favorite to watch to start the day. Our lower matches and elimination matches. First one, K-Corp, NIP. And unfortunately, in a close series, it is K-Corp moving forward for NIP. NIP had a great story. Some really cool moments coming in. Nas and the rest of the guys really stepped up. But as I've said, KC is inevitable. I have literally photoshopped Farah's face on Thanos. They always have an answer. Someone in chat, I think Tom in chat was like, yo, game one's going to be NIP 5-1. And it was really close. And it was like, uh-oh. Like, what? How is the rest of this going to go? That being said, K-Corp wakes up. They score 8 unanswered, force the timeout. And then Ninjas and Pajamas do respond. They do get a 1-goal game. And then this is when the series really began. Back and forth, crazy saves, really big moments, lots of demos. And unfortunately, KC just continues to be too much. It is what they do. K-Corp is just that team that they are unrelenting. They are, in my opinion, still the #1 team in the world. I think they can still play better, but when you're seeing a Tao literally have 100% goal participation, he's assisting everything on like 5 or 6 goals, you know this team is cooking. So a Tao wins it for me on this one. An NIP series, it was great. You know, some good ground plays from Oski and stuff. It was solid, but very interested to see what happens with some of these rosters moving forward. Last and absolutely not least is an interesting one with some headlines and some stories. I don't know what to do for a thumbnail and for a title for this video because I don't want to spoil what happened with Wildcard, and I don't want to spoil what happened afterwards. I want people to find it naturally by watching the video, but I think because of what I'm about to say, it kind of tells you what happened. Like, why would you announce this if you didn't lose? So I got to figure that out. But GK and Space Station. It's our first series of the day. It's a good one. GK and Space Station out of the gate. Space Station comes swinging. Very aggressive, very in front of you on the ball. But that's the issue. GK settles into the series, and the on the ball is you are cheating too close in the game. You are moving way too far forward on the play. And if you do that, you need to make a play on the ball with pace while going supersonic so you can cause some sort of disruption, whether you're driving through and finding a demo, denying a boost, making a play for the ball. The thing you can't do is drive up really close, stay flat-footed, and then look up at it, which unfortunately for Space Station, they did quite a bit. They cheated up too far. If they would have stayed a little bit back, if they would have been like a boost pad a little bit further back laterally with the play to watch it develop, they would have been fine. That being said, 4 1-goal games, super close until GK really turned it on and shut it down. Now, that series is going to be overshadowed because this was put out right after. Scribbles says that he is retiring. Gave my all for Worlds. I want to focus on school and the rest of my life. Thanks to my teammates, thanks to Space Station, thanks to all the fans. We've been talking potentially Ultimates maybe making a change, Kofor and First Killer teaming up because we saw that in 2s in the Cash Cup. Maybe we say, okay, Scribbles is out, FK's in. What do we get out of this team? Might be an easy transition from handshakes, all ready to go. But I did not have on my bingo sheet. I don't even have a bingo sheet. I can tell you Wildcard making top 4 isn't on it, but I feel like it should be there. It should be the middle free spot. And Scribbles retiring at 15? That I did not expect. I had no clue that this was going to go down. There was some tweets that came out as well. Achilles talking about how he was supposed to... And this is kind of how this leads into... Achilles from Shift put out like, hey, he was technically supposed to retire after Split 1. That was the purpose. That was the intention. He immediately clarifies and goes, hey, that wasn't supposed to happen. That's a bunch of lies. Like, don't listen to this person. And then you find out the one spreading those rumors, the one talking about it. And he, now that he's retired, I don't think he's biting his tongue anymore. And he goes into somebody's chat and goes, hey, I'm not a fan of Frosty. I don't got to worry about my PR anymore. He ruins every org he is on. Now, I'm not here to say yes or no to that, but I will say track record between the energy opportunity Space Station, and Complexity. It's not a good look. Kid's still damn talented. He's probably going to get opportunities, but man, be careful. Wild stuff. Wild stuff today in the RLCS. But what does that mean for the rest of the weekend? As you guys know, we've been having a crazy watch party. Chat's been hanging out with us and having a good time. What does that mean? What is up next? What do we got going on? Tomorrow, Championship Sunday. This is still going on right now. I don't know who won. If I had to bet, probably Moxie. That crowd, I think, is going to be very much so behind him. On the other side, though, tomorrow, Championship Sunday, still starting bright and early. We've got 5 best of 7s going on. We're getting through the quarterfinals. We've got our top 6 matches. We then go into our semifinals, and then we go into our grand finals. Very, very straightforward tomorrow. It is exactly what you guys have come to expect through the entire open era, where the last day is 5 best of 7s. It's going to be a little bit longer. There's going to be a lot of production stuff. A lot of us are anticipating, hopefully, some announcements or something to that degree, but we don't know. Either way, that is going to do it for today's recap. I appreciate you guys coming and tuning in. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, check out the socials, drop some follows, join the Discord, be part of the conversation. Come hang out with us, twitch.tv/Lawler. But we will see you tomorrow, bright and early. World Championship, last day of the RLCS 2025 season. We'll see you then. Peace.